Hi, and welcome to Simple Logistics. So today we are going to discuss a little bit more about the port congestion in the United States, especially at ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach, which has been causing a lot of delay for the cargo to arrive at their destination, and delay for containers to return to suppliers in Asia, which is causing all the problems in the supply chain we've been having in the last months. According to information from news agencies, both the federal and state governments have been acting to speed up operations at the ports in California. So the federal government has issued an executive order mandating that the ports operate 24/7. The ports in the US didn't operate 24/7 until then. It's kind of unusual to think that such an important port would operate only in commercial hours, but that's what was happening until then, and it was enough most of the times. We had congestions in the past, but it wasn't something very frequent. But of course, the port was really operating with a really small margin to its capacity. Now, with operating 24/7, the port has a lot more capacity to unload container ships, but the capacity of the rail and especially trucking to remove those containers from port terminals to their destinations, that didn't change much. So there were other regulatory changes from, especially from the state of California, like exempting weight limits, exempting hour limits for drivers to drive and so forth. Even with those small changes, there wasn't much capacity that they could add to rail and to trucking. The trucking capacity is limited by the number of drivers, which is a problem not only in US, that is a problem in many other developed nations, especially the UK. And the rail capacity is limited because the rail there is really old. It hasn't received a lot of investment over time. So the rail there is not reliable, is not punctual, and it doesn't have a lot of capacity. But they are doing the most that they can do with what they have and with these regulation changes. They are companies also are doing what they can. Terminals are finding more available space to put to store their containers temporarily until they can move those containers to their destinations. The shipping congestion that has been decreasing in these last few days. We hope to see the situation with the shipping line industry normalized in a few months. It doesn't happen overnight, but we think that the situation with the shipping line industry as a whole is going to be resolved till beginning of next year. That is good news. It is good news that the federal and state government took those actions now to kind of alleviate the problem for Christmas, which would make really a mess in the supply chain for several industries. And now we start to see things moving forward, things getting back to normal, and we start to see some normalization in the horizon. That's very good for us who work with logistics and for industries in general worldwide because everybody depends in some degree of international trade and international transport working on and operating as usual. Good news for everybody. That's what was what I had for today. Thank you very much. See you. Bye.